Alright, hello everyone. I'm showing you right now what a computer does. All the parts that are involved in building a computer, what they do. So I'll start off with the case, which is right here. This is the skin. This has everything you put inside here. You got every component. It stays inside the case. It keeps everything you don't want out. Real good, real solid. Usually has specialized places for things such as hard drives, which you can see here. You got optical drives, which are basically CD players, and they work as such. And it's got places specially for the, you can't see it, but there's a moth on my screen. This has, you can't see the little ridges, but you screw it into there, and it keeps it in place. It's got special space for the motherboard, which you can screw in, and yeah, you can't really have a computer without a case. Next is the power supply, right here. And what the power supply is, it will take AC power, which is provided by your home outlet, the regular things you plug in that you see every day, and turns it into DC power, which is used by the computer. You plug it into here, this little thing right next to this power button. You plug it into there, AC to DC, and it will take it, put it through the power supply, and then these cables will take all that power and route it to things such as the GPU or the motherboard. So up next is the actual motherboard itself. You see the little MSI logo in the back there? Real good. So what that does is that is more or less the heart of the computer. Or not necessarily the heart, but the spine. Yeah, the spine. It holds everything in place. You got your it tells everything what to do with the processor's help. So it's got space for RAM, which is here. It's got a special spot for the processor. It's got special slots down here called SLI ports for the GPUs. Any GPU. I have space for 3, but you may only have space for 1, depending on the computer you have. And yeah, that's it. It just basically routes power to everything. It's real good, real nice. Alright, next in line is the CPU, which is behind this fan. You can't see it because I'm not willing to take it off. I need to do that on a day I'm dedicating the day to cleaning the computer. But what that is, that's basically the brain. It acts as a primary storage unit for all of your computer's stored data, but however, it can only hold a very small amount of data. And so it usually stores things that it can forget, such as programs that it can forget but can call on again. Since it only has a limited amount of data, we leave it to things like this, hard drives, which are secondary storage modules, which can store things permanently until you delete them at a much, much larger amount. Alright, there's 2 parts to the CPU. There's the control unit and there's the logic arithmetic unit. The control unit, which is just, you can't see it, it's inside, I can't even show you that. It contains circuitry that uses electrical signals to direct the entire computer system to carry out or execute stored program instructions. Really important. The arithmetic logic unit, or the ALU, contains electronic circuitry that executes all arithmetic and logical operations. So you bring up your calculator or your Google Chrome, your processor works to bring that up. It remembers how to do it and does it for you. So next I'll show you about the hard drive, which is this thing. It's more or less, if I could take it out right now, it's just like a regular CD underneath it. It stores data, it works just like a regular CD. It burns data onto the disk, and it can call upon it whenever you need it. It's dusty. Wow. Next is the RAM, or the random access memory, which is these 2 sticks right here, 8 GB sticks. What this does is this is basically your desk. Say you have 3 books out and your desk is full, then you've used all of your RAM. So you throw a book off, you've gained a little bit of RAM back. This is not permanently used up. This is used and unused as you close or open programs. So now I'll talk about the optical drive. This little bugger over here. This, you can't see it. It's basically a CD player. You plug it in. You got to see. I've plugged things in like you cannot see that. Yeah, there's this little cable there, and it plugs in. It's running through the back and plugged in down here. So that just gives it power and allows the processor, which is, remember, behind here, to read the data that's on the disk and find out what you want to do. And last but not least is the GPU. Yeah, EVGA GTX 560 Ti. Old as hell. I need a new one. Now, this is the GPU, also known as the graphical processing unit, is the cornerstone for every gaming computer. It allows for high-strain games and graphics to be played or used, and you really can't have one without it. It's just good luck. CPUs, remember this thing, don't get those mixed up, have onboard graphics known as integrated graphics, but you don't want to use those. Those are for laptop users. They're shit. Now, and if you want to play games or watch videos in high resolution, you're going to need to have a real decent one of these, not one of those. And it's wonderful. That's my computer. It's really not hard to use or to put together. It just plugs stuff in until it works. Yeah. Yeah, it's done. Bye.